All right, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another Walking Dead video. In this one, we're going to start giving our thoughts on the variant set for The Walking Dead Magic the Gathering. Alright, and I'll put the link in the description so you guys can go ahead and check this out. GameSpot.com has it for The Walking Dead's Magic the Gathering cards. So if you guys don't know what Magic the Gathering is, because I don't think we've ever touched on here in the channel before, actually, we've never had a reason to. But Magic the Gathering is one of the longest running tabletop gaming card games that's out there. I don't even know how long Magic's been around for, been popular for, but I remember kind of buying Magic cards and being into Magic cards when I was younger, which would have been like the early 90s. I had a card set. My friends, they had some card sets, and we would go to a local game shop, and we would buy kind of different packs of cards and try to put together some cool cards. I had a white set, which is like angels and all the light stuff and things like that. My friends that have like a black, like a dead set and stuff like this. You had like fire and the different elements and whatnot, different colors for the different sets of the game, and then you kind of play off against each other with the cards. So it looks like they're doing a Walking Dead variant set now. So it says Wizards of the Coast is collaborating with AMC's The Walking Dead for a Magic the Gathering Secret Lair drop. Earlier this year, Magic the Gathering players got to see their first look at the zombie token card. And now Wizards is revealing that Negan is coming to play for the upcoming limited time set. And I think they did also show a Michonne as well too, and some other Walking Dead item cards. Like there's the Rick's hat one, which is pretty cool, like the sheriff the sheriff hat. And the Michonne one too, and then who knows, maybe there might be others. I'm sure there probably would be that maybe they haven't shown just yet. But so you have like Negan, the cold-blooded. You have Michonne, ruthless survivor, and so legendary creature, human rogue Negan. When Negan enters the battlefield, you and target opponent each secretly choose a creature that the player controls. Then those choices are revealed, and that player sacrifices those creatures. Whenever an opponent sacrifices a creature, you create a treasure token. So, and then the Michonne Ruthless Survivor one, legendary creature, human warrior. When Michonne enters the battlefield, create 2 Walker tokens. I like that. As long as Michonne is equipped, she must be blocked if able. Whenever Michonne and at least 2 zombies attack, she gains indestructible until end of turn. So that's pretty cool. And then there's the treasure one as well. Like I mentioned, token artifact treasure. Sacrifice this artifact at 1 mana of any color. So it's a bit technical for the game for people who have never played that. But it looks like this is going to be a pre-order between October 4th and 12th. So for people, if they're really into it and they want to pick up the Walking Dead Magic cards, it's kind of cool. It says, quote, the game design team really nailed expressing these rich characters with just a few numbers and a couple of rules text. Wizards product architect Mark Hegan told GameSpot, Negan is one of my favorite examples. When he hits the battlefield, he has a unique rule that forces one of your opponents to play this sick mind game where they have to choose and sacrifice one of their own creatures, but you also get into their head and trick them into sacrificing more than they had to. It's a fun moment in the game, and it feels exactly like something Negan would do. So sort of like, when he first is played with the card, they choose one. So it's sort of like when Negan comes out during like the season 7 premiere, and Rick and the others have to sacrifice. Well, I guess in that case it's 2, really, right? So because it's Abraham and then Glenn after that. But, something along those lines. So that's pretty cool. I wonder how many they're going to do, if this is going to be the end of it. There's just like the ones they've shown now are going to be the only ones that they do. But I think it'd be cool if they did like a whole set of this is like 3 or 4. But if they did like a whole set of like 40 or something, I think that would actually be pretty cool. I might be interested in doing that. Not that I play Magic, but just getting it just to have it. And if anyone ever wants to play, I'd be like, I can use my Walking Dead deck. That's cool. But I don't really know anybody my age who plays Magic the Gathering. Well, actually, I know one guy. guy I used to work with. He likes to play. He's like in his 40s and he still plays. So that's kind of cool. But I mean, it's just more stuff for Walking Dead that they can use the license for. But I think it's cool. I always wanted to see I think Negan was in the Tekken fighting game as an alternate character, but I always wanted to see if they could do like a whole Walking Dead fighting game where you play as maybe Negan, you could play as Rick, you could play as Daryl or Carol or Michonne or any of the others. Maybe even throw in a couple from Fear or something would be cool. Like a full-on Walking Dead fighter, a fighter like Tekken or something. I thought that would be really cool if anyone would ever do that. It probably never happened now, but be cool to see. So anyway, anybody who's into Magic the Gathering, it looks pretty cool, and I like it. I think it's cool, and I don't think it's a meaningless cash grab. I think it's good for Walking Dead, and it's cool because a lot of people who are into Walking Dead may also like Magic as well too. So it's pretty cool. So leave your comments below and let me know what you guys think about that one. Manhammer did ask, I'm sad too for the Walking Dead ending news, Trev, but hopefully the Walking Dead universe spin-offs will actually be great this time. One can only hope. So yeah, I did mention in the last video that we did for the preview special, which they did this weekend. I did a video on that recapping what they went over in the preview special. Some of it was Fear, some of it was World Beyond, and then there was a little bit Walking Dead 2. But yeah, it is sad to see, but we are looking forward to these last couple years, so that should be good. As far as the spin-offs go, I have moderate expectations for the spin-offs. I don't think that any of them will be as good as the original Walking Dead series, is or was or ever was. I think like whatever you do, whether it's Walking Dead Anthology or it's Walking Dead Daryl and Carol, maybe that one has the best chance of being like as good as The Walking Dead is. But just based on how much they put into The Walking Dead each year, based on how strong of a run The Walking Dead has had, I don't think any of the spinoffs will be quite as good as the original Walking Dead, was. I don't think any of us would expect for them to be. So, yeah, but, it's certainly better than nothing for them to do the spinoffs, and maybe some of them could be pretty good. So Sue T had said, there's a preview special? Like she had no idea. I didn't really know either. People told me. And so I was like, oh, check that out, because I don't know, man, this wait for this episode of Walking Dead was so long that I just kind of felt like I got totally out of the loop. But I'm excited for Thursday, which, well, geez, that's tomorrow. And I'm excited for this weekend to see the finale episode finally after all this time. And it should be good. It should be fun. But certainly I do feel quite a bit out of the loop with regards to Walking Dead, as I'm sure all you guys basically do too. So, but for the spinoffs, I don't have hugely high hopes for the spinoffs. I think they'll be okay. My favorite stuff for Walking Dead has always been the original Walking Dead TV series was always my favorite. After that, the comics were really good. I do really enjoy Fear as well, too, and really appreciate all the years they've made of Fear. I really like it, too. But as good as the comics were and Fear and everything else they've done, I just feel like nothing was ever as good as some of those really good seasons we have of The Walking Dead. Fear Season 3 might be its best case for anything like that, because it's better than some of the seasons of Walking Dead, I have to admit. Some of the comics are really incredible, and some people prefer that to the TV series. But I just feel like no matter what they do with the spinoffs, I feel like it'll never be quite as good as like that old Walking Dead crew that we used to have like in season 6 or something like that with Glenn and all the others, and when Morgan was there and everything. That was really cool. So we got to give it a shot. Maybe the movies could outdo it. I don't know. I guess we'll see what that looks like when they hit. Sanjay Gupta said, if Morgan returned to The Walking Dead and he only brings one Fear the Walking Dead character with him, who would you choose? So if Morgan came back to the original Walking Dead, which at this point in time might happen just at the end or something, if they were going to do that to kind of wrap it up in this special way, if he could bring one with him, who would he bring into the original Walking Dead series? Would it be Dwight? Would it be Alicia, John, any of the others? Man, that's tricky. If you could only choose one, Strand, any of the others from Fear, I guess. Seeing Dwight return could be kind of cool because they kind of know him. But it would also be cool to see Alicia in the original Walking Dead series if he brought her with him and the two of them went or something. That'd be really cool if they could do something like that. I don't think we'll probably ever see that, especially because Fear might actually last longer than the original Walking Dead TV series did in terms it might continue in the future past that. So we'll see what that says. There were some sites that were calling out Gabriel for using the wrong eye in the site or whatever, or doing it right-handed even though his one eye is out. The Sofa King had responded, I have one eye and I can put a 7.62 times 36 through a can of spray paint every time from 50 yards. So I'm not a big guns guy. I don't know much about guns, but apparently, according to the Sofa King, even with one eye, you can have really good accuracy, I guess. And what is it like actually having one eye, Sofa King, like in real life? Like, what is that like? Is that does it? I can't even imagine. I kind of feel sorry for you, but I can't. You know, it's cool when it's in a TV series like Carl and everything, but it's not so cool when it's not. Well, there's a lot of characters in Walking Dead that lose an eye. There's the governor, there's Carl, and now Gabriel as well too, pretty much. Yeah, so, and then Carlos had said that Trash Tan 2 will be an all-out conspiracy theory channel after The Walking Dead finishes. Well, we'll see about that, man. We'll see. I love doing the stuff, but it's very controversial. A lot of people really don't like it. So I have to keep that in mind as well, too. And I have to respect that everyone has their worldviews and everyone thinks of things differently. So it's a little bit tricky. But, you know, I love to do it. I love to go into conspiracy-related topics because you guys know my contention is basically the world is a conspiracy. So pretty much, or at least that's how I believe the world is actually run. And, I'm pretty firm on that, so that's the way I see things. But other people have different worldviews to see things differently. Everybody hates Bill Gates one way or another. So, but we'll see after The Walking Dead finishes if that's something I want to do. I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm going to continue making videos after The Walking Dead finishes. I really don't know. So we'll see. I'd like to, but, if people hate it at the same time, then what can you do, man? If people don't like it, they really don't like it. Then we had who had been gone for a while, and he says, I've been gone 6 months. I'm back now. I'm sure I didn't miss anything for the channel. So that's nice, or maybe just in general for life. I was just thinking to myself, like, oh, you've been gone 6 months, so you've been like, if you were in a coma this 6 months, just think of everything, right? So here, I'll catch you up on what's happened in the world. There was a super virus that came out of China earlier this year. You probably heard about it just before. The world was shut down. Everything went to chaos. Everything went to hell. The economies all crashed and went into a quick recession. Somewhat bounced back, but mainly only because of crafty tactics like quantitative easing in the States. Everybody's pissed off. A lot of people are out of work. Unemployment went through the roof. It's coming back now. Starting to get better now. And everyone's losing their minds. Everyone's going crazy. Election's coming up in a couple months. And the Davos group or the World Economic Forum and our overlords are taking us closer and closer by the day to a one world order, one world government. Oh, and you have to wear masks every time you go into a store or anywhere, really. I think is that pretty much it? Probably not, but something like that. Oh yeah, and The Walking Dead, is ending now. So there you go. There's your 6 month catch up update. Okay, that's it for the video today, guys. Let me know what you think about Walking Dead Magic, and if you think the spin-offs will be any good, and I'll see you again soon for another video. As always, it's Trev saying peace later, guys. See you soon.